Was good.
That worked out very nicely.
Yes, sir.
Are you home or at work still?
What was that?
Are you at home or are you at work still?
I'm at work. Like I was telling you, I'm in the back room.
You get a lot better signal in the back room. I can hear it. There's no breakup or anything.
Good. That and I got earphones, I guess. I might, yeah.
All right, that's cool. Um, since you don't got nobody yet, it's just you in the room. I was thinking of some topics. Um, that one, I still can't get over that one vid that you showed me with the haunted house and shit.
Oh, yep.
Fuck me. It really, that really is bugging the hell out of me. I'm like, never even knew a place like that existed. But thinking about that one,
Yeah, just
so
anything. We can do the topics
yeah,
from yesterday. We can talk about
yeah,
that too. Anything.
anything really.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, well let's just kick it off then. Welcome back, people, to the GXS show. Uh, Pretty much good topics always to talk about. Uh, we'll continue with the Will Smith topic. Um, I haven't really heard much of anything anymore. The news is still having that. Of course, Will's always in the wrong. Never hear
hmm
anything about Chris Rock, but I still stick with my opinion on that. Uh, if I hear anything different, I'll be sure to give the show an update. But my last words to that issue is leave Will Smith alone. He was defending his wife, defending his family. Some people may think that his slap wasn't the answer. I think it was, but I will end my opinion on that, and I will digress. I'll let Shades give his opinion on that one.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. I fully agree with Will. I feel like he was justified in going up there and slapping Chris like he did. Um, I don't know why so many people are agreeing with Chris, other than that's just kind of the world we live in. Uh, you,
Amen.
you can't tell a joke or you can't tell a joke about somebody's disability and expect there not to be consequences. There's a lot of people out there who make fun of disabilities and stuff like that, and then say, "Oh, it was just a joke." Go off yourself. Oh, it was a joke. Like the person you're telling that to is not laughing.
That's right.
Um, I find that a lot of the times when people do that and use, "Oh, it was just a joke," it's just an excuse to be a dick. Trolling, just an excuse to be a dick, but you just put a fucking label on it.
I couldn't have said it better myself, bro. Quite honestly.
Um, but yeah, regarding the situation with Will, I actually heard that Jada might have came out and said that she doesn't side with Will and doesn't need him defending her. I don't know if
And
that's
that's a bombshell.
yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm seeing it all over Twitter and I saw a few videos on it and everything like that, so I found that pretty interesting.
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, the, for 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 her to admit that, actually, that was just dead wrong. You don't go against any part of your family, whether it be your husband, your father, your mother. If they're defending you in public, no less, you don't do that. But speaking of, like you said, people making fun of other people's, situations or disabilities. Uh, I will keep bringing it up because it's so true. Balin needs to stop. Balin needs to stop with her Tourette uh, taking TikTok vids. And you know what? I'm not gonna stop because it needs to be recognized. News like this needs to be spread, no matter how much, how far. But I will continue my best to spread the word.
Yeah, it was like the other day I was watching some YouTuber on TikTok and I went to his channel and he went to Walmart and they were gonna kick him out of Walmart and everything like that, and the cameraman pretended to have a disability. He's like, "Oh, I'm deaf. I'm deaf." And he's pretending to have a disability, and then he's like, "I can't hear you. I can talk though." And all the comments were people laughing. Everybody supported it down in the comments and everything like that.
And yet TikTok wouldn't remove that. It's
That
from
and
the wonder.
that and people just find it justified. Like with Balin, a lot of her supporters are only supporting her because they find it funny, and then they find her quote unquote
Right.
sexy and stuff like that. A whole bunch of simps
Nah,
on TikTok.
no, I'm good on that. To answer one of our viewers' questions on here, how do I kick out so fast? They're talking about WB2K22. He asked me
Uh,
this question on TikTok on one of my videos. To answer your question, like I replied on my video, they made that game way too easily to kick out of. I mean, I don't even try my hardest to keep tapping the A button to kick out. I can have 20 finishers put on me, and I can still kick out before the 3 count. Probably even like right after the 2 count was just slapped on the mat. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's the only flaw that I can't stand about that game. Everything else is fire. But the kick out system for 2K22 is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody likes it. Nobody that I know that plays it absolutely hates it.
mm-hmm.
But I will, if you really want me to, I will put out a tutorial video on how to do that. It's really self-explanatory. I don't know how else to put it. You're telling me that you mashed the button so many times. I get that. I've been there, done that. But with me playing this game for so many years, ever since 04, if not sooner, on the PS2 days, I've just learned to mash the buttons without even trying. That's just the way I am. I'm speaking Gonzalez. What can I tell you? So it's just natural for me. I walk fast naturally in life. I can get from there to there in like 10 minutes. So maybe that's why I don't drive. No, the real reason is because I'm afraid of other assholes driving. I know I can drive. I'm afraid of other assholes, but that's beside the point. To answer your question, I will make a tutorial. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll do it. It should be a quick video. So I'll make sure you get that. I'll tag you in it or something, or you'll just get my notification that the vid's up. So thank you for asking me that. And in other news, um, yeah, I fully agree with you on that, Shades. He should not be making a video like that. First of all, if you're deaf, you don't talk at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing called ASL. He would use ASL to communicate.
Definitely.
And people who do that, people who have ASL and are legit deaf, they don't even know what's going on in that video because they can't hear it. They don't
Yep.
understand what's going on. You would need an interpreter for this kind of video, and if an interpreter were to explain what's going on, a lot of legit deaf people would go nuts. They would absolutely report him in a heartbeat. I don't know if that'll help, considering how TikTok operates with their guidelines. God knows I'm a victim of that, but again, it goes back to Balin, and then now this. Shit like this needs to be spread more often to stop it. Will it ever stop? I don't think so. Not enough manpower, not enough wording is being spread around. That's the cruel world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't hurt to keep fighting. So,
Definitely. Kind of continuing off of Balin here and the subject we were kind of just speaking on. Um, I showed you, and people can research this as well if they choose to, our viewers and everybody like that, but a lot of people just don't want to for whatever reason. If you actually do your research and look up legitimate people who have Tourette's, like me, Billie Eilish, a whole bunch of famous people, a buddy of mine on TikTok, I forget his name, but I can link him to this.
don't feel bad. I don't know a lot of people either that have Tourette's. So, look ahead.
Yeah, and then you compare them to like Balin, for example, Tix and Roses, who was exposed for faking, quit TikTok and everything like that, quit all social medias. Her family even came out and said that she was faking or something like that. And you compare us legitimate people to the people claiming to have Tourette's, claiming to have tics and stuff like that. There's like no similarities at all, you know?
No, not at all.
And going back to what you kind of brought up on, I think it was our first show. Where am I going with this? Balin, on one of her lives, came out and said, you cannot fake ticks. You cannot exaggerate ticks. It is impossible. Yet, if you type
Her
in,
exact words, if I may, her exact words were, "People can't people can't exaggerate Tourette's. They're stupid."
yep, something along the lines of that. But if you go and type in like hashtag faking Tourette's, there are a whole bunch of people out there who have and have been exposed, like ticks and roses. Ticks and roses fully got exposed for faking.
The list is like as long as a freaking roll of toilet paper, and that's the perfect example because it is the roll of toilet paper represents the amount of videos for that for that hashtag or that topic. It's full of shit.
Yeah, ticks and roses, man. She had everybody thinking she was legit, and then they exposed her. So with Balin saying that, it's like, what?
And that's what worries me too. Actually, I was thinking about this for a couple of days now. She's going to influence others to follow in her footsteps. She's going to influence others that don't even have Tourette's of any sort. She's gonna influence them to try their own gimmicks, their own pranks, their own jokes, and whatever. Before you know it, that that fake video hashtag list is just gonna add on, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna really uh, take the world of legit Tourette's on by storm. It's and not in a good way.
Yeah, they might not have Tourette's. I don't think they have Tourette's, okay? But they may have tics or something like that, you know? They and I don't know if I really consider that a disability because I'm in a whole bunch of Facebook groups and I've told you this and there's a lot of females coming out on TikTok and social media, Instagram, claiming to have Tourette's, but they just have tics, you know?
Right.
And there's no doubt there might be something there, but so many people out of the blue are coming out with tics for whatever reason.
Because they want that fame. They want that notoriety. They want the views, the likes. We all know this. We all know this feeling.
Definitely, yeah. There's,
They're pretty much following Balin. They're pretty much being a follower, not just in the sense of following her on social media, but they're legit. They're literally being a follower.
yeah.
But yet we can't get people to follow role models, good role models. But yet we can get people easily to follow it. Fake fake liars and hurtful people like her and others that do it.
Yeah, there's no doubt some people may have like tics and Tourette's. Some might be legit, you know, but not to this degree. There's like people just coming out of the blue claiming to have Tourette's, claiming to have tics, and that's why there's so many articles out there of scientists researching this and going out and saying, why are so many females coming out of the blue here on TikTok, on Instagram, etc., claiming to have disabilities? And there, like you said, there is no doubt that a lot of them are doing it for fame and everything like that. There's people on TikTok who are female who flash their boobies, insta fame, you know, and they're making bank. They're making bank.
Just as wrong. They're both just as wrong. And these people who are researching the Tourette's, they have to figure with these many people all of a sudden doing this trend because that's really what it is. It's a trend. It's not an actual you know pandemic or legit spread. It's more of a trend that shouldn't even be considered that because it should not be considered a trend, something that you have fun with. No,
Mm-hmm.
no. I mean, I can imagine how you feel. That you legit have Tourette's. They're mocking this thing like it's a fucking joke, and it's not. It's absolutely not. Sure, you can have fun with it sometimes. I'm sure you take things lightly. I'm sure other people can laugh at themselves. But when you take it as far as social media and just like making a complete fool of legit people like you and others, it's that legit should be a crime.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of going on on back to Balin. She was on the Dr. Phil show, and a lot of people go, well, she was on the Dr. Phil show, she's got documents and everything like that. Dr. Phil, and if you actually research this, he fakes his show. It's all scripted. I have a buddy as well. I believe it was him. I could be wrong, but 99.9% sure it was him. He came out and
Hmm.
said, his name's Laggin. You can look him up on Twitch, Laggin. He came out and said that he was on the Dr. Phil show a while ago. And what they had him say on live set wasn't what he said on backstage. They
I'm
cut
not surprised.
they cut parts in and out to fit their show.
I knew all along it was scripted. I knew all along that kind of show, just like Dr. Oz, don't think he's not scripted. All these doctor shows, they're scripted. It's entertainment. Not everything is true. Not everything is legit. It's obvious. So that's how I knew off the bat, even though she was on Dr. Phil, that I'm sorry, you can't get me to believe that she has legit to acting like that within sex. No, there's no way. I'm sorry, there's not.
Yeah, definitely. I said the same thing to you. I was like, highly doubt he's gonna come out and say, "You have no disability. You don't have tics or anything like that." It's all for entertainment. It's all fake. Even like the NFL, it's for ratings. Even though there's lovers out there who'll be like, "Oh, well, here's a million reasons why it's not." It's just for entertainment purposes.
Right. That's a damn shame. And that's a damn shame because reality is, if you want to get technical, and this is a shame too, any doctor can get documentation for you,
Mhm.
especially if they get paid for it. There, there are how do I say this? There are scrutiny doctors out there that will accept uh, any type of bribery to, just to get a benefit. Mainly cash, to be honest with you. I've never heard of any other form of payment, but doctors will get paid to uh, basically, break laws. It's reported pretty much thousands of times, or not if not hundreds of times a year, and it's sickening.
Yeah, to kind of go off of that, I haven't really heard of that. More of my personal experiences has been, especially when I was younger. I don't really go to the doctor anymore. I haven't went in a long time, but to kind of go on what you're saying, if you get prescribed with something, if you get documentation for something from a doctor, like if they say you have a cold or something like that, it's not always a cold. You could come back a week later, a month later, or whatever they told you, whenever they told you to come back.
Hmm.
And it could be something else. You could have like, it could be whooping cough or something like that. It wasn't a cold in the first place.
Right.
Doctors are human, they can be wrong. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. And me personally, that has happened plenty of times over the course of my 24 years of living here on this earth.
And in relation to that, actually, I was waiting for you to bring it up, but I'll bring it up. And it's very true. Might be on a smaller note, but it's still true. Doctors will prescribe things to you that are really not needed just for a kickback, just to get money from the part of pharmaceutical companies. Like
Definitely.
you can go in and say any kind of symptom, stomach hurts, headaches, whatever. Here, here,
Hmm.
skipped out, kickback, when you really didn't need it. Over the counter does just fine. But that's what doctors do. And that's why not most people don't like going to the doctors, because of that very reason. They just want to make money.
That and insurance companies, man. Car insurance companies.
Oh God, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh God, that's why. That's one of my fears getting my license too, like not just because I'm scared of other assholes, fucking me up driving. I'm not ready to take on, insurance. Uh, gas prices alone are up. We all know that.
Yep, yep, yep.
Skyrocketing because of what's happening in Ukraine and Russia. God bless Ukraine, by the way. But between gas prices and insurance being so expensive, it's hard to maintain a car these days.
Yeah, man, here down in Washington, I drive a freaking Honda Accord and I gotta pay like $50 a week.
Point exactly. And
Yeah.
that's just insurance. That's not to mention your usual utilities every month. So
Yep. Regarding
so
insurance companies too, I was in a car crash like a couple years ago and I got screwed on that. They kept pressuring me to settle and everything like that until I hired a flippin' lawyer and I still got screwed over. I still got my shoulder issue and stuff like that. All they care about is money, man. Even customer service places.
we
Uh,
talked we talked about that like Monday. I remember that. We talked about that Monday.
yeah, even customer service places. I believe it was you. You got trouble with T-Mobile, right? Yeah,
Constantly.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care, and when you have a problem, they do the same thing you and me would do. They look it up online and say, "Is this your issue?" No, okay, here. I typed this into Google. Is this your issue? Oh no, okay. Well, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
It's 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 actually two companies, T-Mobile and there's this computer antivirus security program. I don't know if you heard of it called WebRoot. And
Webro. Okay,
WebRoot
okay.
Security, that's an antivirus company. My dad and I have had that for many years. They are good. They're not well known, I think, but they are good. Um, every time we had to call them, first of all, an hour on hold. No lie, an hour on
Dang.
hold. And then when they finally pick up, barely, barely English language, and it's frustrating.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
because they hire people who are not in this country, and why? It's cheaper.
hmm Yeah, every time I call a customer service place and somebody foreign picks up the phone, dude. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I even
I,
hang up and I call back, hope praying that somebody else picks up.
I've done that at least 3 times. I'm like, nope, nope, nope.
Sometimes I cuss them out, man. I get so mad. I'm like, well, if you knew how to do your own fucking job.
And then you're wrong for acting like that.
Yeah.
It's That's something I've got to stop too, but it won't because it's a money saver for these companies. Anything they can do is make a profit.
Yeah, even Apple, all these companies, man. Every single one. I mean, of course, sometimes you get the cool customer service employee, but that's
I have,
like
I have. Thankfully,
rarely.
I've had that with Apple. Like last year, I had that with Apple. I'm like, well, finally, somebody who speaks freaking English can answer me. And then I was good with that phone call. That lasted like 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
we need more phone calls like that. So, but yeah. So in conclusion to this, I have nothing further. Uh, if you do, Shade, please bring it up. If not, then we'll wrap it up for today.
Yeah, backpedaling a little bit. It must be nice being a female, bro. Flash your boobies and instant fame on TikTok if you want to choose to be, if you want to choose to go that route and uh, be known for that. like
Truthfully,
like
it's hard.
like you were
Truthfully, it's hard, but I wonder.
like you were saying the other day. Let's put on fake boobies and pretend to be female, bro. Let's get famous. Woo,
I,
titties.
I intend to get my own views and followers on my own account.
Same here. I mean, I don't really care about views and everything like that. I do it.
Neither do I, to be honest with you. I'll be completely honest. We're in the same boat. We love making vids for the fun of it, not for the
Oh
fame,
yeah.
not for the likes. No, we just do it for the fun of it. It's just it feels kind of satisfying to see the views because you know that other people can relate. It's always a good feeling.
Yeah, and I think I've told you this before. I don't know if you know who Mr. Beast is. There's somebody else too. I'll have to give you the name. He's pretty good too. He goes to people's houses, knocks on their door. He's like, "Well, what's your rent for this month?" "Oh, 2,500. Here, $2,500."
Must be nice.
Yeah, so he goes on and does stuff like that pretty much, and even before they were a thing, long before they were a thing.
That's right. That's right.
Growing up, I was like, I wanna help people. I wanna make it big, whether it's through YouTube, through podcasts, through football, through singing, whatever it is, and I want to give back to people, you know. And then Mr. Beast came out years later. This other guy who I'm talking about came out, and they're basically living the dream, you know. They're living my dream, and of course, nobody will probably believe me that that was my dream long before then, but it was, you know. And it's still a
That's what I
dream of
always. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
it's still a dream of mine to this day, you know. However I do it, I don't know. It's always been a dream of mine, you know.
You can only plan every day the best you can, but it goes by how you live each day. Just live it.
That and it's the people you know, and luck. Unless you're a female, then flash those titties.
Oh my God. You're not wrong at all.
I
You're not
know
wrong at all.
the older guys like that.
You're not.
Oh
Again,
my
you're not.
gosh, that reminds me. So that one chick that I showed you, I think it
Hmm.
was the depressed girl. It was about the start of this week, I think, or the end of last week. The one I was telling you about. So she came out with a video this morning, right when I got to work,
There you go.
calling out all the simps in her DMs. She's like, "All you guys in my DMs, please get out of my DMs. This ain't a dating site. This is TikTok."
I've heard many comments like that on any type of video. I go in the comment section and they're like, "This was originally a family app," and I'm like, well, clearly not anymore."
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, well, everybody, all these simps, these older guys think it's a dating app. They don't care.
They don't.
You're young. You're like trying to act sexy on the app. What do you expect?
And again, it goes back to wanting all that fame, which I don't want. I don't need it.
Yeah, I think a lot of these females, especially the younger ones, a lot of them, most of them, either grew up in a broken home and they just want that attention, or they just want that attention.
Right.
I know
So
for a fact they want that attention.
with that, we will continue this sometime this weekend or next week. Um, New topics coming up. I got new topics coming up. So y'all, thanks for watching. Yeah. Yeah.
One more thing. Before I forget, because my buddy from last night basically told me this and it got me to thinking. So, Adam and Eve, talking about females here, Eve, God told her not to grab the apple, you know, and she did it anyway. And that's kind of how females are here on earth, especially in your relationship. A lot of the time they cheat on you and everything like that. They can't help it, you know?
That's debatable. It's happening more often nowadays, unfortunately, but not every girl's like that.
Well,
So
not every girl, but
yeah,
you kind of get the
no,
gist.
I get you. I
Yeah.
get you, and you're not wrong at all for that. So we'll pick up on that. Kyle, you're right. Oreo was perfect this time. We'll try to keep that up. So thanks, guys.
Heck yeah. Later, man.